Alrighty. So I'm gonna do a cold start of this here go-kart thingamajigger. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to either call it a go-kart or call it a dune buggy. It's not a sand rail. It's not big enough to do sand rail. So, you know what I mean. Let's back a little bit. This thing's heavy. Gotta rock it backwards because front tire's on this. There we go. Gotta find a good place for it instead of in front of my house. Because I'm not sure if we're zoned for a big vehicle like this sitting out in front of our house. I hate stupid zoning laws. I really do. Oof. Gotta oil those chains up too. Alright. So that's all uncovered. Now you guys got a better view of it. Nope. Nope. Urgh. That covers off of there. So here's the radiator. This fan needs some work. As you can see, it doesn't quite want to run. Here's your CDI. He's got a brand new one at his house. I do know that the starter needs to be rebuilt. I need to pull that off. It needs new oil. The oil is filthy in it. I'll show you what I mean. Oil is just plain out filthy. It shouldn't have this oil in it. It's dark. It's very black. I don't know if that camera's picking up on it very well. Good focus, but yeah, it's black. So the oil definitely needs to be changed. I'll have to look up and see what kind of oil this thing takes. Or weight, anyways. If you want to get the right weight. Alright. Sit down on the nice wet seat. Yep, it's wet. Even though it was covered last night. All day long, it's still cold and wet. You can hear that starter. Alright, YouTube. I actually decided before I run it around, I better oil up the chain and all that fun stuff. So I already have. Chains have been oiled, so they shouldn't bind anymore. They're not as bad. And I put some Marvel Mystery Oil in the engine so I can work through the system. That's just carburetor cleaner. Let's jump in here now. Alright, so it's all started up now. It's cold. Thing is, though, it's been geared down so it doesn't go as fast as it used to. Found a tree. Alright, let me show you what I mean by that throttle. Watch. Alright. If I give it halfway, it takes off a lot faster. check. Whoa! Yeah. So yeah, it runs just fine. It's just that heat up problem. So I guess I got to run it around the block a few times for that problem to happen to diagnose it. Oh, darn it. See you in a minute. Alright, it's happening. That's what it does. Actually, right when I shut off the camera, it started. And it's only been running for a few seconds, like a minute and a half. Go figure. And I don't even think it's warm yet. No, it's not even warm yet. Go figure that out, huh? Alright, so I'm going to check that carb out. I'm going to pull it all apart, check it out. Check this, I can't remember what they're called, like velocity, whatchamacallits. But yeah, that's what it does. Those chains aren't binding anymore. I can hear them when I'm running. Or I used to be able to. Now they're just really quiet and they don't bind anymore. It's good. But yeah, that's what happens. Backfires and backfires and backfires and then shuts off. You let it sit for a little bit. And it bucks like crazy. It's bouncing, 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 bouncing. Bucking like crazy. Watch. Nope, still going. Can you say WFT? Why could this be sitting here, huh? Could it have sheared off? I guess so. Yeah, this is an old crap moment. I broke it. Wasn't going very fast either. I was going maybe 10, 15 miles an hour. Around this corner, it snaps off. You can see the scrape mark all the way along there. Scraped it off. It snapped off and actually went rolling away. The hydraulic line is snapped, which is another oh crap moment. So hydraulic line snapped, but the replaceable part is okay. Or no, the replaceable part is the snap part. The permanent part's okay. Yep. You know what? I saw that coming. That test I did just a second ago of just running it around, I noticed that this tire was bowing out. Instead of being straight up like this, it was like that. And didn't stop to think about it. And now I'm kind of wishing I did. So, this is the broken part right there. You can get that from any auto wreckers, or any auto parts store. Just getting a universal one and slap that back on there. I'm gonna have to move my Aunt Janet's truck. I'm gonna have to move the van inside. Yeah, I'm a little shaky. It scared me. Gonna have to move the van outside and weld that back on. So I guess this is where the video stops for now. Alrighty. Gonna weld that bugger back on. There's a tack weld there. You tack it on the other side. Certainly I'm glad these leads are long. This is just where I stop and look at it, make sure it's straight. That wheel is pretty straight. This wheel is about as straight as it is. And the straightens to go up. Straight and straight. Good thing. Alrighty, YouTube, just so I can get this video up tonight, I'm gonna make this real quick video. The ending. Whoa. Oh, that's weird. I put this cover on this go-kart and it's been pulled off. Anyways, like I was saying, I'm gonna be finally ending this video. The last bit of the update. As you can see, I welded that back on. Not very well. You can't see it very well, but it's on there. The big ugly piece you can see there was not my greatest part of the weld, but that'll come off of there again. But alright, so this is going to be the ending to this video. I'm going to continue work on this go-kart. So I cleaned the carb out. The carb is now sparkling clean. And it doesn't do the throttle thing so much. Still does a little bit, but not as much as it used to. And it runs a little bit better, but it still does that thing. Now it doesn't just do it when it's heated up, it does it all the time. There's no water in the gas, carburetor sparkling clean, nothing wrong with that. That's pretty much it. Now what I'm thinking is, the two things I'm thinking is either the electronic CDI or the rectifier or the coil. I'm hoping it's not the coil, because if it's the coil, that's going to be expensive and more extensive in replacing. But here's what happens, which I found is really strange that it does this. But when you're riding it around and it starts cutting out, cutting in, cutting out, backfiring. If you shift it into neutral to where you can get the engine to rev, but it doesn't rev, it's backfiring. If you turn the key while it's doing that, it stops it from backfiring long enough to where you can get the revs up high again. Then you let go of the key, and then once you get the revs to kind of rev out, not like super high, I'm not going to damage the engine high, but high enough, and then you let it idle again, it's just fine. You got all your power back, and then sometimes it'll do it again. Oh, sorry, I was bumping the redneck tripod. Anyways, but isn't that kind of strange?